established business suite, it's ready for use, right? If client wants to use directly without any changes, he can use it. Why? Because all the functionalities are delivered. But sometimes clients are navigating like this. Okay, self-service, payroll and compensation, view paycheck. Some instance they are navigating. Whenever they are navigating through this modules, they found something. Okay, okay, they are able to see. This is the paycheck of the employee. Employee can see the paycheck. Okay, all the informations. Let's say they are asking just for understanding. My client is asking, I don't want to see the leave balances. I don't want to show the leave balances to my employee. It's their own requirement, right? If they approach Oracle about this, Oracle people simply they will refuse it. Why? Why? Because it's a global system, right?
Yeah.
Globally, so many clients and so many organizations are there using the system. Only for your cause, Oracle won't change the page display, right? Then we can call it as a customization. It's a part of implementation, but we can call it as a customization. That means now the client is reviewing the modules and they are doing some customizations within the modules. Now the technical team will come to the picture and they will try to hide this entire box as per the client requirement. This is called customization. This is a task we can perform within the implementation project. All right. Fine. Now, let us imagine we got a requirement. We are on the page. Up to here, up to this navigation, we can have some guidance, like functional consultant will give us some guidance, or client will give us some direction, like I am expecting to change something on this page. The page navigation is self-service, payroll and compensation, view paycheck. On the paycheck page, I don't want to see these leave balances. This is the requirement. Let us imagine, now we have the team working on this. First point, what we have to know about it. First tell me, to start development, what we have to do. Madhuri, just a guess.
I don't know.
First of all, we have to know what is this page, right? First of all, we have to know what is this page, right?
Yeah.
Because we are going to change this page by any cost. Am I right or not?
Yeah.
Then how we will know about this page? On the page, Control plus J.
Control.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the page. Without knowing this detail, we can't do anything. Am I right? First point we have to know about it. Okay, let's say this page in the back end. This is the page. This is the page. You are able to see over there, view a different paycheck, something here. Okay. Now, if I am doing some changes over this page, on this page, it will directly applicable on this page. If I would like to read only this, okay, double click on it. If possible, by code we can do it, but we can make some read-only options here. Let's say, pay begin date, it's displaying now. Let us imagine I am using invisible option for my pay end date or pay begin date, something. Okay, just now. Okay. Now, coming back to this. Something is missing here, right? Pay begin date.
Yeah.
How it's connected? Whatever the changes I'm doing in the application designer, the changes are directly applicable on the front end. It's proved, right?
Yeah.
Now, tell me how it's affecting the front end. On what basis? This is the architecture, right?
Yeah.
All of these components are connected in the name of architecture.
Mm-hmm.
But why not?
Yeah.
That means architecture is a part where we can build the tools within the system.
Okay.
Now, it's a delivered page. Everybody will have some enthusiasm like, when can we get this type of pages? Absolutely, we have to create in the real time. Then, first point, within our application design or training, first we will start with the basic discussion about what are all the objects we can create in the application designer and what is the importance of each and every object. Like let's say here I will show you. This is the architecture part. Simply the architecture diagram is like this. What are all the parts in the architecture? A web browser will participate, web server, application server, RDBMS. Right? If you are a developer, you can see the web browser and you are practicing an application designer, right? Simply I can say web browser is communicating with the web server to get the data. Web browser is communicating with the web server to get the data in the name, what type of language they are using, HTTP and HTML. Now, one more doubt will arise. I have to learn the HTTP and HTML languages here. As a developer, it's not required. Now, because we are not the administrators here, right? We are just developers. We are not handling the parts of the servers. Next. Web server is communicating with the application server. Application server is, I can say simply, it's nothing but application designer. You can believe like that.
Okay.
Next, database server, RDBMS server. What is it? The database we are using here in the system. This is the database. All these are connected. Now, just try to recollect the information. We are here in the service, payroll and compensation, view paycheck. Whenever I clicked on this paycheck data, I am able to see some data here. Page is just a structure.
Okay.
All the data is coming from database. Right?
Okay.
That means what the application which is visible in front of you, it's a combination of multiple tools. That's called architecture. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. It's clear, right?
Yeah.
Now, coming to the application designer discussion, all these are the parts of application designer discussion. What are those? Fields, records. Field is nothing but a column in the database. You know, right, what is database and you know how to write a query, right?
Yeah.
On the database side, you can call, we will use the terminology table and column. If you are accessing a table in the database, number of columns will be there in the database. Here, in the application designer, the terminology is a little different, but the functionality is very same. Table is, record is nothing but a table in the database. Here. If I am calling it a record in the application design, nothing but a table in the database. Field, it's nothing but a column in the database. And pages, yes. Page, already we observed. The component, menu, people could access, everything we will see. Now, As part of the today's discussion, we will create one component for us. Why? Because we are learning the Peoplesoft. I don't want to disturb the existing system which is working properly, and I don't want to disturb the existing flow of the system. Then here it's a custom folder. Let's say Madhuri. I would like to create a folder here as well as this online IT 365 Peoplesoft training. Like that, let's say I would like to create a folder Madhuri Peoplesoft training. Within the folder, that means within the menu, I would like to place a page which is displaying three fields on the page. What are the fields? Employee ID, employee name, and joining date. These three fields I would like to place on the page. This is our first requirement. Okay?
Okay.
In this requirement, first of all, I would like to create a folder first. That means navigation. Where we can create the navigation. People tools, portal, structure and content. Whenever I click on the structure and content, observe carefully, whatever the folders available in the main menu, the folders are visible here. Self-service, managers, recruiting. That means the name itself it is showing structure and content of this, whatever we are able to see in the left-hand panel. Now come bottom, down, come down. Here add a filter. Directly you can add your name like Madhuri, PS. In the name, we want to accept the spaces, that's why I am not giving. Fine. Now, here you can give Madhuri, Peoplesoft, practice, something like this. Now, come down without doing anything, without giving any data here. Just save it. Just give the name and label. We are done. The folder is created. I will show you here. Oh. Here, Madhuri Peoplesoft practice. But empty as of now, right?
Yeah.
We haven't placed any. Now our target is, I would like to place a page which is displaying fields information. Those fields are employee ID, name and join. Your system is ready for practice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in this requirement, to fulfill this requirement, I would like to start first with analysis. What's the analysis? Analysis is nothing but it's a planning. In this type of requirements, call it as a planning. What type of planning we require here? First of all, let us assume, based on the requirements, define new fields, create the record. That means, first of all, even you don't know about the Peoplesoft, you can assume one thing. You can tell me one thing. Venkat, we have to create a new page. Right?
Okay.
As part of the requirement, already I told you, we have to create a page.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
On the page, we are going to display three fields. Let us imagine we are going to create three fields. To store the data in the database, we have to create a record. That means nothing but a table. Up to here we can imagine. That means creating the field, creating the record, creating the page. We can imagine. That's what they clearly say here. Design the application. Create a plan of the development. Here, these type of planning we will include in a document. We can call the document as technical design document. At the start of the development, we will prepare the draft. That means all our assumptions we can place over there. Assumptions may change in the regular development. But it depends. But we have to assume something. Without assumption, we can't do anything. Next step, as per the assumption, we will start the development. As per our assumption, we will start the development. First part, creating the fields. Here, already Peoplesoft delivered so many fields. Where we can see, here in this is the application designer. If I am asking to create a new field, three ways we can use. Three ways we can define the new field. File, new field, otherwise new field, and one more shortcut, Control N field. These three ways we can create a field. Venkat, why don't we use the existing field? We can use it. Where we can see open field. If you click on open, hundreds of fields are visible for us. All these are the Peoplesoft delivered fields. Venkat, can we use the existing field? Absolutely. We can use it. And nobody will stop us to use the existing field. Nobody will question it. If the particular field is suitable for your criteria, you can use it. But here, at the very initial stage, we are creating the field. Okay? As per our target, initially, I would like to complete the page creation. To complete the page creation, I would like to complete all these steps. All these steps. Once all these steps are completed, a page will display in front of us. Later we will discuss each and every concept in depth. What's the field, what's the record, what is the building the record, everything. First, let me complete the page creation. Based on the particular page design, we will build the application. Okay? Give me 1 minute, I will be back, please.
Okay.
Yes, Madhu. I'm back. Now, as part of the requirement, we will go step by step. Building, creating the fields. Okay, we will create 3 fields. How to create a field? When a field definition here, my employee field type is character. What is character type? What is long character? We will define. I will explain you later. My field length of my employee is 50. Now, let's say I am creating a field employee ID. Employee ID is already existed. Then how can I know Madhuri created this field for the client purpose? How can I distinguish in between the existing employee field and the newly created employee field with the name? Let's say here I am giving employee ID, IBM, it's my client. Let us imagine. Employee. Now, just I am saving employee. Label ID I am giving, I given IBM underscore MPL ID and the long name also employee. Just click on OK. The field will come into my development tab. One option is changed in the tools options here. Generally the option is like this, manually. I will show you what we have. Now I am creating one more field. It's employee name. Employee name, the field length is 30. Okay? Name. It's not came into the field definition. Why? Because in the tools options of the application designer, project options are like this. Insert the definition into the project. Then generally it's manually by a demo machine. I then change it when definition is modified and saved or deleted. Then automatically it will come. Now how it will come? Insert definition into project. Sorry, insert current definition into project. Now it will come. By next time onwards, whenever you are creating a field, it will come automatically. Next, my field type is date. Why? Because it's a joining date. IBM joining date. Joining date. Let's say, now you will see 3 fields you created here. Employee ID, name, joining date. Let us imagine for the day you completed, you are going to leave now. What shall I do now? I would like to save my development, what I did so far. I can save it as a project. Save project. I can give my project name as like this. Employee project. Now, by tomorrow, if I'm coming on to my application designer, it will be like this. I don't want to open each and every field. I can open my project directly. This is my project. I can open it. The next, creating the record definition. People tool based applications are table based systems, blah blah blah. We can discuss about it later. Just simply create a record as per the process. Where we can create the record as like as we created the field, open the record here. Drag and drop the field. Perfect. Employee ID, name and joining date in the order. Without thinking, just save it as employee underscore table, employee table. Give any one of the DB space here, nothing will happen. Just save your project also. Why? Because the record definition is included in your project now. Save your project by using the multiple options. Save all. Now try to view the particular record in the database. So start from PS underscore IBM underscore employee TDL. Try to query it. It won't be available. Somebody will say, Venkat, you are using PS underscore. I don't want to use the PS underscore. Fine. Even in that scenario also, you know, visible. Why? Because by simply creating the record in the Peoplesoft application designer, it won't available directly database. In between one step to be done, there is the building the table. It means, what's the conclusion here? After creating the record in the application designer, you have to intimate the Peoplesoft database. This record is created. Please create the same structure in the database. Simple. Where we can build it. Simple. Build current definition. Blindly select create tables. Make sure the third option is selected. Execute and script. Why? I will explain it later. First, we are going to complete the task by any cost. Click on build. Click on S. Now set the table structure. PS underscore. Employee name and the table is available now in the database. Up to here you are clear, right?
Yeah.
Now our third. Next step, creating the page. Simply create a page. Here. Well, how can I create the page? Simply again drag and drop. Employee ID, name, join date. We are done. Save it. DM employee page. Next, page was included in the project, save the project. Every time, whenever a new object is included in the project, save it. Next step, creating component. What is component? Component is nothing. We are using the component as a logic to whatever the logic we build so far, we will transfer the logic to the front end. I will show you later. Now, I am creating the component. Simply drag and drop the page in the component. That's it. Try to save it. It will give you an error. Search record is required. Click on OK. It will show you the search record option. Blindly give your table name, whatever we created. Now save your component. Done. Component also we are done here. We saved our project. Next, what is the next step? Registering the component. Now we are at the end of the task. Where we can register it. Here is the option for the component registration shortcut, otherwise tools, register component. Whenever I click down tools registration wizard will appear in front of us. In the registration wizard, 3 checkboxes will display in front of us. 3 are checked. Make sure 3 are checked. Add this component to your menu, add this component to your portal registry, add this component to a permission list. We are going to complete these 3 tasks in the name of registration. Now click on next. If you are able to see any menu name here, go with it. No need to worry, just go with it. Otherwise, sometimes it may show you blank. Then click select. Click on select. Choose anyone, random. Nothing will happen. Random. Here I am selecting random. Now, select the bar name. Anyone. Nothing will happen. What is this menu name bar name? We will discuss about it later. Next. This is the page we have to take care. Portal name is employee. What is this portal name? Must and should be its employee. What is this? Here, this is the portal name. Here you will see the portal information. Employee. Now, folder name. What is our folder name? My folder name is Madhuri Peoplesoft Practice. Now I'm changing it. This is the one Madhuri Peoplesoft Practice. What is this label? Please keep name as it is. Content reference label. What is this label? I will show you some labels here. Here in my student practice, here they given like application designer training. It's a label. Now I am giving the label here. Let's say application. Okay. Application designer practice. Long description, let's say what are all the things we are practicing. You can give your own description also, pages, etc. Next, don't worry about the sequence number, leave as it is, but make sure the template is always default template. And node name also, always please check, always use default local. Next. If you are able to see any permissionless name, go with it. Otherwise, select. Here type it as PPT PT 1000. People tools 1000. Simply. Click on next. This is your summary, what you've done so far. Make sure all 3 checkboxes are selected here also. Click on finish. We are done. There is no step left. We are done. Testing the application. How we will test it? Just accessing the application. Here. This is the page we created, application designer practice. This is the page. Employee ID number 1, test 1. Okay, joining date is 1st September 2015, just save it. Now check the data in the database. We are done. We successfully created the page, we added the data, we checked the database. This is the first task you have to finish in your machine.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
I will send you the recording also. By looking at the recording also you can practice it. Is it clear? I'm moving to the next topic. Is it okay, Madhuri?
Yeah, yeah.
Moving to the next topic.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now, we practiced here. Now we came to know what is a field, what is a record, what is a page, what is a component. Now we are familiar with all these terminologies. If I am asking now the field, you can ask me, when the field is nothing but a column in the array, and field will display the data on the page. Simple. Record, yes, it will store the data in the database and it will try to get the data on the page. Page, it's a structure where we can display the data. Simple. Now we will go in depth. What is a field? Field, it's an individual property. If I am creating a field, let's say I created employee ID, joining date and name. Tomorrow I am creating department table. Today I created employee table. Tomorrow I am creating department table. There also I need employee. I can use it. Why should I create every time? I can use it. Yeah. And how many types of fields are available? These many. Character, long character, number, sign number, date, time, image, reference, attachment, like that. So many field definitions are there. First we will discuss what is character. Character is nothing, it will accept alphanumeric. That means alphabet and numeric, both it will accept. So when there is a limitation in the length. If I am giving more than 254 in character field, try to save it. Maximum field length allowed is 254. The maximum length allowed for a character field is 254. That means, please keep in mind, if you are creating a field, if it's a character field, then there is a limitation in the length, it's 254. Most probably, normal using fields, regular usage of fields won't have that much of length. What are all the fields are holding set of length, like description, comments, messages, so on and so. But normal regular fields, we won't have much length. That's why they have some limitation, 254. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now, what is a label ID? I can say the definition of the label ID is it's a unique identifier of a field. If you are asking me now, Venkat, can you explain elaborately on this? You will be confused in this scenario. I will explain this. Multiple label IDs concepts are there. Why? Because here, that means within the field, within a field of employee ID, I can create multiple label IDs. I will show you in the delivered employee ID, it's a field where you will see how many label IDs are there. Almost 55 label IDs are there. But only one label ID is default. That means the multiple label ID concept and the default checkbox both are related. I will explain you in detail whenever we are dealing with the pages. But as of now, please keep in mind, label ID is an unique identifier of the field. Generally, the label ID name is the field name. Clear?
But it displays one name on the right?
No. Come again.
It is displaying the long name, what you wrote in the long name, right?
I'm
page.
talking about the label ID. Now coming to the long name, whatever you written over here, it will display as a label. Here. If I'm changing the long name, let's say I'm giving the employee ID. It's changed.
Okay.
Is there any limitation in the long name? Do you know that?
No.
30 characters. More than 30 characters it won't accept as a long name.
Okay.
Try to type it. Somewhere it got stopped. Okay? Now, short name. What is this short name? If I am not giving anything in the short name, let's say identification, I am giving full description of the long name. I am not giving anything in the short name, just save it. By default, it is taking the text from the long name, but what is the length of the text? 15 characters. If you are not giving anything here, in this scenario, it will take the first 15 characters of the long name. When that, can I give my own short name? Absolutely. Like this, EID. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, field format. Format type uppercase, name, so on so. Format. How you are going to display your field? That's it. Uppercase. What is this uppercase? Let's say name. In the name, employee both are uppercase. In the name we have uppercase. Here I am giving the lowercase text. At the time of save, it is updating. One second. At the time of save, it is updating with caps.
Okay.
Uppercase, that's it. That means the format of your field. Name, a different format is available in US. And phone number for NA, SSN, all these are the formats. That means these type of formats, generally we will decide based on the client requirement, what type of requirement they have. Clear?
Yeah.
This is character field. Now, next field type, whenever it's selected, long character, observe carefully, format is gone. And length is showing 0. Long character, you can define your own length. You can define your own size. Yeah. I can give 500. I can give 5,000. I can give 50,000. It depends on my requirement. I can give 500 here. Let us say I give 500. Idea. Okay, it's a common field. Okay, comments field. Just save it as comments. We are done. Try to display the field now on the page. How we will display a field on the page? First of all, we have added to the record. Added, drag and drop. By simply adding it, it will come? No. We have to build it again, the record. Already the record is there, Venkat. That's why whenever we are building the record, it's already built. Please make sure altering the record you are and execute and build script. Build it. Click on S. Now check it. Comments placed in the database. Place the comments field on the page. Simple. Drag and drop. Try to access the page. This is the comment. But a very strange behavior is for comments field. What kind of behavior it has? I will show you one thing here. In the name, we have a limitation. What type of limitation we have? 30 characters. Let's say, try to type more than 30. Somewhere it got stopped me. It's not allowing my type. Now, in the long character, if I'm typing like this, if you won't believe, it's more than 500 by any cost, right? Now, I'm copying and I'm pasting here. Still it is allowing me to type, but save it. It is giving me one message. What was that? The value was too long for the field. Comments. It requires truncation to 500 characters. And they give an explanation also. A long edit box on the page allows essentially unlimited text, but the record field specified that the field is a fixed length. You entered a value longer than that limitation, so the value requires truncation to fit the record field. And what we have to do now? Nothing. We have to copy the text, we have to limit the text manually.
Okay.
There is no other option. If your client is asking, why? Because they don't know it's a character, it's a long character. They are treating both are fields, right?
Yeah.
If they are asking, why name is stopping, why comments is not stopping, you have to explain them. This is the behavior of this type of field in the Peoplesoft. Sometimes they may ask us, please restrict as late as the name. That's different. But generally, the Peoplesoft technology, by using the Peoplesoft methodology, we can't do it by using the people codes or something. We have to include the Java functionality here. That's why we are not entertaining clients in such manner.
Okay.
Now, if you are giving 500, it is accepting. It is restricting the user to save it. If you are keeping 0 at the time of saving, what will happen? Everybody will think, some of them are new learners are thinking like this. It won't accept anything. No, it will accept infinity.
Oh.
Then, let us imagine, you entered 1 lakh. What will happen? Database won't entertain such type of things. Then what will happen? At the time of creating the database for your organization, DBAs will prepare some restrictions. Like long fields should have a maximum of 5,600 characters or 6,200 characters, something like that. Then, in this scenario, if this is the type of the field 0 and user is entering 1 lakh, at the time of save, it is not waiting for the user action. It will take database restriction 6,300 and it will truncate the text up to here, and it will remaining text it will leave it as it is. That means it will save only 6,200 characters into the database. That is the reason. Please be careful whenever you are operating with the long character fields. Clear?
Yeah.
Madhuri?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. The next field, very simple field it is, it's a number. We know what is a number. It has integer and decimal, right? You know what is the meaning of integer and what is the meaning of decimal. That means before the point or after the point, how many positions you are filling in the number. Sign and number. What is the meaning of sign and number? Negative signing also it will accept into the database. Minus 23.02 like that. Okay? Next, date. Already we created a date. What is date? Nothing. It has a fixed length and label ID, long name and short name. Fine. What is this? Century. Default to 2000 if year less than or equal to 50. Even in our date also this is there. What is this? It's nothing. It's very simple. Here in Peoplesoft, I am giving the date like this, 45. Then what is the century of this 45 based on the statement? Tell me.
$2,045.
Absolutely, you are right. Try to sell it. 2045. If I am giving 89, 1989.
Yeah.
That's it. That is the meaning of the statement. Please don't change it.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Fine. Simple. Date is also simple. Next. Time. Time is always simple. Formatting. Which type of time format you would like to enter on the page? Hours, minutes, seconds, hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. And date time is one more type of field which we can use for audit purposes. What is the meaning of audit? What is the meaning of audit, Madhuri? Auditing.
I don't know.
Generally we heard this word in very regular, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, auditing is happening in my company, I have to go like that.
In
What is
account-
auditing? Each and every transaction they will try to capture, right?
Okay.
Each and every activity they are capturing. That is called auditing. Here also, such type of fields we will use for audit timestamps. Those are date time fields. That means within the field we are capturing date and time both. We will see in our practice. Image is kind of a field where we can place our images on the web pages. Here also we can give the maximum length and the format of the image formats. Peoplesoft will accept all the image formats. Image reference, it's not a direct image. We can change the image dynamically through the help of code. Very occasionally we will use it. Please ignore it. Attachment. Attachment. Mail attachment we will prepare with this type of field. We can give it as a length. Maximum length. All these are the fields. Field types. Now, you created field today. Fine. How can I know you created this field? How can I know what is the purpose of this creation? Where can I see all these things? How can I track your development? Let us say you left the project. I am the developer who is working on your task. I am able to say, let's say IBM underscore employee, okay, for this is the newly created field, but what is the purpose of this field? I have to refer some of the documents? No, not required. Whenever you are creating a new object in Peoplesoft, whenever you are changing the existing object in Peoplesoft, we have to monitor we have to track the history by using properties of that particular definition. If it's a field definition properties. Here we have to enter. If it's a record, the same record definition properties, file definition properties, any definition. Here is the shortcut of that. Properties, field properties, page properties. In these properties, we have to maintain manually. Let's say developer. Manually we have to write, there is no other option. Developer, date, purpose. By looking at this data, I can understand, oh, okay. Madhuri created and this is the purpose of this creation, and at this time, date they created. What is this? What kind of activities? Without adding these manual entries also, we completed the development. This is called a standard, development standard. Doing the development, it's not a great job. Doing the development by following the development standards, I can say it's a great job.
Okay.
Please keep in mind. Are we done with the field? No, only one part left. I will complete and I will close today's session. In your online web applications, let us say you are filling one application in online, you will see some of the fields are having drop downs, right? Gender, male, female, unknown, state, countries. Some of the fields are displaying in drop down lists, right?
Yeah.
Like that, I would like to build such a type of functionality within Peoplesoft. I would like to display the gender information of the employee on the page. What kind of fields those are? Simple, those are translate fields. I can call them as translate fields. Okay, translate fields. What kind of fields those are? Those are fields, that's it. Right? It has some special attributes. Field type must and should be character, and length is less than or equal to 4. That's it. We can prepare a translate field. Prepare it now. We will prepare it now itself. I am creating a new field. Field type is character. Length is less than or equal to 4. I will prepare my gender is like this. M for male, F for female, U for unknown.
Okay.
That means one character is enough for us, right?
Yeah.
Now, I am preparing like this, IBM gender. Gender. Let's say, fine. We are done. Now, if I am asking Madhuri, please add this field onto the page, then what you will do? You will add this field to the record and you will alter the record, you will add the field to the page. Am I right?
Yeah.
But where you are adding the values?
Yeah.
This field should display male, female, unknown. You got my point?
Yeah, yeah.
In the field level itself, we can add the values only for translate fields. If you click on the properties, now it will show you one extra tab, translate values.
Okay.
Employee ID, try to check the properties, there is no tab. Name, there is no tab. Why? Because these are not displaying the attributes. Okay? Even if you change this field to number 10, field length is 10, now there is no such type of translate values. Only whenever your field is satisfying the conditions, then only you will see the translate values tab. Add it. Add like say male, M for male, male, next one more value, female, okay, 2 values are enough for us. Save it. Now you can add the field to the record and to the page.
Okay.
Please adjust the field for the, as you wish, where you would like to see. Okay, now just alter it. We know how to alter it. Alter, execute and build. Place it on the page. Just little bit downside and adjust enter here. You will see a drop down symbol. Come on to the page. Here, male and female. Venkat, I would like to see the full name. Then on the page, double click on the field. Exlat means translate. Long. Display text is long. Now you will see the long information. Male and female. Now let's say I selected female. Save it. If I want one more employee, male. One more employee. But after some time being, my user is asking, Venkat, I would like to create one more option in the translate gender, like you are giving only male and female. I would like to add one more option, unknown. Then what we have to do? Generally, as a developer, we will come on to the front end, back end, and we will open the gender, and we will open the properties and add them, right?
Yeah.
But as a user also, I can add the value without opening the application designer. There is a navigation available in the Peoplesoft. Home, people tools, utilities, administration, translate values. Here it is asking the field name. Please give your field name IBM underscore gender. Already have two values, right?
Yeah.
I'm adding one more. One, okay. U for unknown. Unknown, U. Save it, we are done. It will replicate in the backend also, right? It should. Otherwise there is no meaning in that. It should replicate in the front end transaction page also, right?
Yeah.
Like this. That's for this day. You understood?
Yeah.
Are we moving any fast? Response, let me know. Am I moving fast? You would like to move a little bit slower than this?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Please, just a humble request from my end, please practice parallelly, whatever I am teaching to you.
Yeah, sure. I'll do.
Why? Because once you are practicing parallelly with me, then only you can ask the proper questions to me, you can understand properly. Whenever
Yeah.
I am giving you the assignments, you can complete it and you can ask me something like that.
Yeah, sure. I'll do. Yeah.
You can ping me your email ID here, you can chat here. I will send you the recording over the email now itself.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.